Hello. Yeah, hi guys. Good afternoon. About 1:50 the afternoon for me, local time. Um, yeah. So my last stream was actually about writing SGM in Rust. Um, since that time, I picked up a different project. I will go back to writing that. Right, that's already something that I've implemented in C, bare bones C. So I will implement it in Rust and probably try to compare the teraflops on each. But for now, I've just been studying a bit about Go and how to write concurrency in Go. And yeah, the description there is details on find the project. As of now, it's very naive. It's on the master branch, but on this feature branch, I am making it a lot fast. Basically, just writes. It's horrible. Like, there's no concurrency at all. I think there's a concurrency. There's no real. Doesn't follow the idiomatic or the design patterns of Go. Operate all that in specifically with channels. Yeah. So the goal for today is been studying this book called Currency in Go, right? Catherine Cox. Read the first four chapters, right? Some of the things that is channels, and these these are the two concepts that we're going to use into the best of my knowledge. Try to implement it. Probably run some bench much data can flow. As of now, I still have a few more things, a few more stages. Also add in like a transform stage and extracting from as the project stands right. These are my sources, but as of it right now connects to the it reads from the source. An error. Am I handling and handling? Yeah, right. Oh yeah. So you just basically get a channel back from her. Also to make a this in the read go have globally access globally access. I have this as an attribute within the structure. I want to move away from this and move it into read. So read is kind of like responsible for setting up the channel and closing the channel. That way, some other part of this code doesn't accept close it. And I also need to create another pattern. I forgot what the pattern was called. Basically, in preventing Goroudin leaks itself. A done channel is basically just passes signal to done and say, hey, look, I am done. Basically stops the go routine. And obviously, we're going to be implementing practices and doing, and good to learn something about using how they don't add as much as a performance. I still have to go through chapter 5, but that's like the way that's something that we can probably implement. Very first, yeah. Uh, so we'll kind of figure out all of these errors or comments that I've left. Pull request, and we'll work through this. I think the very first thing that I want to do is create a signal, drop this, right? And we'll also have to build like a HTTP interface into this to like add and remove connectors. So if somebody were to want to connect from Mongo to Elasticsearch as is right now, people could do so. I also want to create a Docker file for this. I don't think this is a good enough Docker file. Even remember building this, to be honest. Yeah. Dependency within. Yep. Obviously, for such a big view, this is something that I might want to take from the config. It's anyway. That implement design pattern and kind of check how see how concurrent is my code right. I have something that just sets up some basic configs, all the sources and the sinks config is available in JSON. There's a JSON file somewhere here. Yeah, this is my JSON file. I'm not going to open it because it actually contains some sensitive information. I'm unmarshalling because it's a JSON file. I think kio.unmarshal does it irrespective of what. Yeah. I need to check what this map structure is. Okay. So these are the interfaces, right? Don't think it's the correct word, but I have all sorts interfaces, data source factory. Right? This is just a factory function to uh, kind of create that instance of it. Right? All source, it's just an instance of the source. It just basically is residing. I don't think this is an expensive operation, so I'm not gonna try to do anything on that. And it's just going one by one, creating all the sources, which I think should happen first, and then all the sinks. Keep in mind they're not connected, so this basically in memory this just an object of it kind of sits there with all the configurations, right? You get source config. What exactly is happening in here? But how does source config? Acha, I'm getting each source config. Okay. Based on the type of config it is, it creates that all well and good. Basically everything to do with sync, all sources and sinks. So basically, what is all sources and sinks is just like mapped sources and sinks. I think it's more is the all mapped sources and sinks. If I'm not wrong, this just maps the correct source to the correct sink. No, program source. No, it actually does not. How does it map the sources and sinks? This is the stage data pipeline, mapped data pipelines. I'm pretty sure this is basically a function that just a little bit of n squared action going on here, but for sources and for sinks. Just getting the source dot key, sink key. If source key and sinks key are same, we just append it to response and return. Responses, the Mac config just goes into this config structure. An instance of this is, how do I create an instance of this? Somewhere, bro. We will find that somewhere, I think here. Right, mapped data pipelines. Right, map data pipeline. It doesn't work. I panic on this. I have an index just basically to log these messages, and I have to create something where I can export this log also, because I already am running a sync, so I can just run a sync to just take all the logs and just push it. Let's see. I don't know what log zero log gives me. What are the flexibility that zero log gives me to? I think there should be a T to do zero log, like as in the T command, where and I can replicate one piece of data to multiple streams. New pipeline, new data pipeline. Okay. This new data pipeline, which file is it from? A source and a sink. What does it do? Okay. Yeah. These exist. Yep, absolutely right. Pipeline.run to So this line should also have with the done we just close the channel. Or not when I just close the chat. was done this group and it Hmm. Good. That's again debatable, but I've not exported this outside. I don't think it's a problem. I don't want to return in it. Otherwise, when I return in it, then again I have to give it to some higher function that's high stack of this, and that has to be responsible for closing. But I think it is better to kind of export the flow stream channel because at that point I can kind of like give another debatable. I don't know. But the thing with this is read dp dot done. So there'll be a bunch of errors that'll keep coming. Not mad. Here we have panic. Here read on each. If I'm not wrong. Yeah. And some other might have pass context into this also, but we'll see about that. Now the thing is, how do I here select a few small things? Is done, done. It from here. Uh, um, Yeah, instead of doing this, I can just do only as a case. But this is a blocking operation. Yeah. The select statement is a blocking operation. Since it's a blocking operation, it's gonna name data, but just stop reading data altogether and wait for something to move here. Cannot hold on. This is a concurrent function. Right. So I've done some good thing about creating this in a different. We have to again move this locally, which we will do. What's the strategy to first variation keeps the select statement as short as possible. Done, return to non preemptible work. If the done channel isn't closed, we'll exit the select statement and continue the rest of loop's body. The second variation embeds the work in a default clause. Select statement. We enter the select statement. If the done channel hasn't been closed, we'll execute the default clause instead. Yeah, there's nothing more to this pattern, but it shows up all over the place, so it's worth. Yeah, yeah. Okay, this is a knowledge about confinement, which we are going to implement. This is what we're gonna do, but or channel at times you patterns create a composite done channel through recursion and go routines. Yeah, this is just to merge. Yeah, combine the channel. Have a use case for this. My main thing right now is to understand if right. So it's a go function. I've created a separate go function. They get multiplexed on this thing, but block this indefinitely. Blocking, so it has to be one of these two. So I have to do default. Right, probably run health checks on default. I'm not sure that's the right thing to do. Or error handling, yes. Right, let's run this and check. Might need to a data stream here, but I need to log stuff when I close it. I send a signal to close it. That also is another headache. Do one thing. Let's create another separate go routine on the main and send not main. I'll find a place. Right. Main stream JSON data is going. Yeah, that's good. Place I need is you're done and this. Absolutely right. We're done with fixed name and unnamed parameter. I can't do that at all. Whatever elastic.go right. I've done in done. This is after always done an interface. I saw a good amount of it's done. Yes, mostly an interface data. And this is a multiplier. I was writing generators here. Ah. Okay, now long ways to go. We have done. We have Mongo. All of this is good. Give me 1 second. I need to log into my personal Mongo and Elasticsearch accounts. So for now, white screen this, black screen. Taking a small break. Oh, second. Add multi-factor authentication accounts. It MongoDB Atlas. Did a database and browse collection. Okay, I logged into my MongoDB. Now to just log into Elastic. Okay, logged into both my accounts. Just do the run command big. Let me see if this works. Fine. Okay. Configs, reading config. somewhere. I think there's going to be an error from Mongo. Read my screen. Just restart my router and get a new IV or whatever. Uh, Connecting. That's good. The collection. Yes. M user. What M user is. Hmm. Always make edits to a different. Oh yeah, this guy. Make edits on this guy. Lawson. Create an update. There be some. Oh, I got updated. I see. The change type is. Some basic information. Event is this writing. Needed to elastic index. Okay, that's good. Event index successfully to elastic debugger. Okay, we will check on Elasticsearch. It's updated. Yep, updated. Nice. The main reason you don't see that there are more than one document is because basically, as of now, we don't really support Elasticsearch updates. Everything, as you can see in Elasticsearch, is an index request, not an update request. I'm pretty sure there's a separate update request. This is an old implementation. This certain this is a separate update. What? Yes, API dot update request. So technically, there are no updates possible on something like Kafka, because once you written it on the topic, it's there. No going back. Yes, it is running fine. Another edit. Oh, there's a new document. Wait, different. Yeah, it was a different document. Company. So both should have the same. 'But okay, good. The pipeline's working. You added a console. Hmm. Not there before. Okay, this is good. Need to it's such that we can close the channel. The channel is separate. The channel 30 seconds after. We can't do it on main. I hope this is seconds and not minutes. 30 nanoseconds. Nanoseconds. Three nine. Does this work? 3 9 is 3 seconds, right? 30 E9. Wait, is there a sub? Your time dots. There we go. We have 30 seconds. This I need to start in for. Let's do MSGF. OS. That shows the string returning an error. Holy fuck. Error. Almost forgot that. Let me just test it with waiting for 3 seconds and then I will 30 seconds. 1, 2. But how do I check if the actual pipelines have been closed? Let's run some traces. Oh, I've not done. Yeah. Actually, so if I close this, this also closes off, right? Hmm. Interesting. It's connecting to weak Elasticsearch. Closing the data pipeline. This is happening asynchronously, concurrently. Concurrently. Right, function for it, and this gets called closing that. In this case, supposed to run. Or technique. I'm pretty sure this itself is a blocking form. Yeah, see, next blocks until an is available. Error will be set to P. Okay, hold on. It's a little bit more complicated than I thought. So now I'm to write to a piece of about a string. Closing read from MongoDB, closing team chat. Yes, that is bad. We're initiating a close on the not good. Go down on request. To architect this, what can I do to architect this? Basically, hey, this code's running. Is blocking, right? Okay, let me think before I ask ChatGPT what to do about this. Let's see. First, I need to. So as soon as a signal is sent, I basically have to move the select statement out. The problem with the select statement out is obviously cannot write data in that case. If I close the context, is Turns out that you need to wrap a done channel with this information is very common in systems of any. Yep, this is basically what do with can, with text, with with passing information. But I think with can. We'll revisit the types and functions in a bit, but for now, let's focus on the context type. Just go through the systems much like a done channel. Text package each function then from your top level. Would take in a context as its first. Type looks like this. Up. Yes, that it may be cancelled, yeah. I want to see with cancel. Sample here with cancel. With cancel, defer can. Now I need to use this with cancel rather than channels. Along with channels, to be honest. Turning out to be a little bit of a difficult weight groups here. Where do they have weight group? Thing, yeah, weight group done. This only reason you're writing this is because it's in the main function. Ah, I don't think I ended up reading this part. Oh yeah, again it's in chapter 5. That's it. Tail data. Good. If this also takes a context, does this also take a context? This also takes a context only. So to basically cancel this by a context, not with uh basic the run channel. So when I say connect, I think it should not just connect error, but I think it should give me a context along with, right? Sync connect also. Hmm. There's no point returning the context here. Right, I've gone with cancel and I cancel the context at any point in the. So I basically need to get cancel back. This context, I need to pass it on forward. Need a bunch of things. Context dot context. Cancel cause function behaves like a cancel function, but additionally sets the cancellation cause. This cause can be retrieved by the calling cause. I think it's this. Error, bruh. If error, it is last but not least. Okay, connect again. Change from this to x dot context dot cancel function. And last but not that, let me not uh, x, right? So the sync connect should take a context. I can't do differ cancel because the run method will technically never stop because this is like a forever either. What? And is it's the problem, bro? Not use fucking what am I doing here? Dot cancel actually equal the problem. Use of the package cancel not in selector. What? No, still an error. Do off one thing. To sync connect takes dot count. Let's do undefined C. Oh, oh, I see. My bad. Right, so now we have this for the wrong settings. Are you crying? Come to you just in a sec. Need to make edits connect configs. Array? Wait, this doesn't take context. No, no, no. Hold on. That's it in it. Hmm. Passing this context down. Actually, it's 4 places. Huh? Give the request with this particular context. And right, so we're good. Passing this down. Shit. So I just need to cancel. Should I preempt this? That makes sense. Closing the data pipeline. I closed the channel also and I called tp.cancel. What does this return actually? No, but Why isn't this closing the channel? Though I'm closing the context and the channel. Right? Basically a dead context where type is got a new error context cancelled. Yes, absolutely right. Because okay, it's dead. How do I shut this down? Wait, I think I need to. Let's read the Mongo. Read the Mongo's. Oh, I have object context here. Oh, I was wondering why. I know the dot context. Dot context. Where that is context. Using two places. Init returns a context. Oh, sorry, connect returns a context. Whether this is right or wrong, we'll figure that out later. But as long as going to do the operation. Oh yes, my bad. Yes, pipeline. A read takes up takes right. Still there's an error. Here takes you're good. Okay, closing data pipeline. That is the cleanup. Both of this. No, bro. You have closing data pipeline. Part of me feels that's the right behavior. Completely right. Alright. As error, the cancel function is not used on all paths. Possible context leak. Cancel function is not used on all paths. Oh, so you're saying, yeah, what you're saying. You are right. Okay. Anyway, to fix that error, take context word out. Who the fuck needs that context? We pass these contexts around internally, and in the pipeline, we basically get a context from connect, basically saying, hey, look, source is going to get the context, but it's not the sources. Uh, tp.source.disconnect. Come to this message. Oh yeah, I need to just pick very selective change streams, right? I just want to create index shouldn't really do anything on our end. Delete, yep, drop. Let's see what happens when drop happens, right? Drop indexes, okay. Insert, validate. Validate event occurs when an operation renders a change stream invalid. Opened a collection that was later dropped or renamed. Yeah, I have to handle this case also. Modify when a collection is modified, such as when the call mod command adds or removes options from a collection or view. Event is received. Event is received only if the change stream has thing. Will come that. Okay, we have rename. That's a painful one to probably replace. We haven't had it replace. Also, we have update start and restart collection. MongoDB. Your application needs to fix the connected MongoDB client in all your services and repositories, and therefore it is easier. You have separated MongoDB client connect and disconnect functions in the application package. You don't need to connect MongoDB client. If your server is starting, then connect first. If I've read the question. Call cancel on this context. You guys doing everything in one. There is a commented out function called defer client or disconnect, which would work fine if all code happens in main function here. But since defer gets called right after init executes, db main function already. You're absolutely right, and I think I have the same thing here. Need to disconnect from to do. Yeah, but close. We have connect and then we have close. We disconnect, bruh. Settings is again going crazy. That mean I have to do some closing MongoDB connection, closing Elastic connection. And what is stopping this pipeline? Technically should just die, right? I've killed the context too. Is it new, new data pipeline? Okay, pipeline dot run, somewhere in pipeline dot run. I've created a context within here. Correct cancel function too. There you go. The sync, okay. dp.source.read. Have a context. I've given both of these guys the correct context. But once I disconnect, this run function should stop. The problem, the next gets the next event for this change. It returns true. There's no errors. Next blocks until an event is available. An error occurs or context expires. An error case will return false. Next returns false. Subsequent calls also. We'll have to do more. Take this and say here we go. We'll stop and resume. Bunch of this. I've been using MongoDB since with this is 5 years old. No one is okay on sort of pops up architecture where each subscription is supposed to replace the previous change. The new subscription. Logic goes something like this: client request, Client requests new subscription. Requests a new subscription related to collections. The client has a change. Server such change. It has a change. DB of users. Ah, okay. You are a all listener. Lol. Okay. Replace with a new change. Why? What all can you do on stream? The code error returns the last error seen by change stream or nil if no error has occurred. And dot. Wait, do you get resume token here? Thing only affects subsequent document batches. Try next attempts to get the next event for this mainstream. It returns true if there were no errors and next event document is available. Try next returns false if change stream is closed by the server and error occurs when getting changes from the server and the next change is not available or CTX expires or if CTX expires or the error will. If try next returns false, an error occurred or the change stream was closed, subsequent attempts will also return false. Otherwise, it will be safe to call try next again until a change that requires driver version 1.2. Oh, they are all these set ಇದು oh, how can you forget? If the stream error is not equal to null, it watching. Yes, this we will get back in a sec. Yeah, everybody and their JavaScript projects, huh? In go. Data change. Okay, okay, it's looking like this is Golang. Yes, this is definitely Golang. Context.todo is used. The change stream outputs new change providing. You can example this guide use courses. Give me a second. I will just restart my stream.